What's going on, guys? It's John here from Donk TCG. I'm bringing you another one of our Build and Battle series. The pre-release decks that we played at last weekend's pre-release for Forbidden Light. On the left is myself, and I will be playing. It's actually my girlfriend's deck from our day 2 pre-release, focusing around Palkia GX. She actually managed to pull 2 of those. And Iain will be playing one of his decks. I think it was from his day 2, which he managed to win pre-release with and beat my girlfriend Danny in the last round of the game, the last round of the tournament. So we'll see how we get on here. I actually managed to start Palkia GX, and Iain starts just a Scatterbug, and he is going second, so he will be able to use that ability, which is really nice. And I play Lily for 4 cards, I want to say. 3 or 4 cards there. I get another Palkia GX off of that and an Uxie. And my deck also does feature a Magnezone to help power up Palkia's attacks, just to get the energy on there. Iain now going to draw off the top of his deck. He's taking a long time thinking here. Must have plenty to do. What are you doing here, Iain? So Iain's going to Sophocles away 2 lightning energy, that looks like. He's got a really interesting deck, a whole lot going on in this deck. He drops Circuitry with an energy, and he's going to use the ability here. Is he going to use the ability? Or is he... Yeah, he's going in with the ability. Going to find himself a Spupa and a Pavilion, which is really, really awesome ability when you are reliant on these cards. He must have both his Spupa in his hand because you just got the Pavilion. Clauncher comes down on my side of the field. Another energy on the Palkia. And a Looker to draw 3 cards off the bottom of my deck. I'm looking to get these Magnemites into play so that I can just help get the energy on a Palkia a little bit faster, so that I can use things like Zero Vanish GX with maybe 3 water, 2 lightning, something along those lines. Gonna just pass over Iain's turn, and Spupa's coming down on the field. Spupa, annoyingly, will be able to, for 1 grass energy, do 40 damage to me for weakness, and if he manages to flip heads, he will be able to paralyze me out of my turn, which is so frustrating. We do see a Professor Kukui come down here, which is going to mean he's going to do an extra 20 damage, which is also doubled, so 80 damage. And does he get the paralyze? He knows it's important. He misses paralyze. I actually didn't realise he'd used the Kukui there, so the 40 damage goes down, but another 40 is going to go down just in a second. I do remember that happening. So 80 damage from a Spupa, real nasty. I find the Looker again. We're going to just keep drawing off the bottom of the deck, really digging for this Magnezone, Magnemite, sorry. And we do see a Nest Ball. Here comes Magnemite. I was excited about that play, guys. I was excited. I thought, this is it. This is it. If I can get this one Palkia rolling, I'm going to be doing so much just damage with it, man. Really nice card there. Not the best GX in the set by any means, but in pre-release format, that is a hefty wall standing in front of you there. Dropping that Clawitzer, just making sure it's ready to attack. And a Mesprit is coming down also, which is possible for Mesprit to attack just with lightning energies from my Magnemite. Going to use my Hydro Pressure there and just knock out the Spupa on the active, which does suck if you're Iain, because Pavilion would have been able to come down there and do so much work. 100 damage would have came down. Doesn't matter. So we see Circuitry here. I forget his... I think it's Confusion, actually. 20 damage and Confusion just straight up for 1 lightning energy. Really nice. I do have the water energy here. And I know... a water energy comes down. Here comes Magneton. I'm ready to go here. And a Judge shuffles us up. I know a Tails, a Heads here is going to win me the game. Hydro Pressure does 60 plus an extra 20 damage for each water energy attached. I am hitting 120 damage here. However, I am playing out my hand just in case I hit the Tails. But you can see here how far behind Iain is. Like, this game is really mine for the taking at this point. And a Tails flip is just probably just going to delay it a little bit further if we're being honest. Hitting the Great Ball is nice here. Does almost guarantee the Magna Zone coming down, and we get the Magna Zone, which is absolutely awesome. Means that I have a few more options in my arsenal. Can attack with something like Mesprit, can attack with the likes of the second Palkia there if need be. And here we go, Hydro Pressure, and it's a Tails. It's a Tails, which is really frustrating there. The game would have been mine. The game was mine if I just hit the heads. But lo and behold, these things happen. It's not the end of the world. So a Scatterbug comes down onto the bench, basically saves Iain the whole game there. And he is able to... I forget what the second attack's called. He's able to just knock me out there. And what do we promote here? At this point, I've just went ahead and promoted Palkia GX. That's not the worst play. It's not the best play in the world. I can manually attach to Palkia. And I do have the Magna Zone, so I can power it up with a Lightning Energy. However, I am only hitting 100 damage at this point, and I'm not knocking out Xurkitree, which is really quite annoying. So we do 100 damage to the Xurkitree. Probably would have been a little bit better going to the Mesprit there and attacking with the Mesprit, just weakening up that Xurkitree. However, this is the play I made. I thought it was pretty... I thought I had the game in hand, if I'm really honest. Look at his board. He's able to do 100 damage to me here, but then... that's it, you know, he's able to do 100 damage, and then that's kind of game. From there, I knock out the Xurkitree, and then what's he got on the bench? Absolutely nothing. So, I wasn't too worried, to be honest, at this point. Iain taking some time over this turn, pays the retreat, and he's going to go up with Furfrou. Furfrou is really nice in this format, actually. 20 damage, and you draw up to 5 cards in your hand, which is really, really nice. And as you can see, grabbing that GX counter, I'm getting ready to GX attack here. So Iain able to do 20 damage and just... I don't even know if he was able to draw cards there. I can't remember. So I'm going big here. I'm going big. I'm attaching all the energies and taking a big knockout here. That's another prize in my favour. And all of the energies now get shuffled back into the deck. However, we had a little bit of discussion there. Because the one energy on the Furfrou, Iain was ready to shuffle back. However, that energy should go to the discard, we were sure, because the damage should be calculated first and then any additional effects. As far as I'm aware, that's the correct play. You can tell me in the comments if you think we're wrong. So, going to cut Iain's deck. Cheeky cut, just the one card, knowing he's going to draw one here. And what does he do? What can you do from this point? He's sitting with a 30 HP Scatterbug, drops an Execute onto the bench, and he's got this Xurkitree that's only got 20 HP left as well. Scatterbug takes an energy card, and quick search the discard, and passes over to me. I'm thinking this is absolutely fantastic. At this point, what do? I just knock him out, right? I just knock him out. I had energy in hand, I'm sure. However, I didn't see this play coming. Alolan Executor, and he shows me the energy in his discard pile, and we work out that it's an exact knockout on my Palkia GX. He's knocked out both Palkias, and he's taken 4 prizes. Iain has won this game. How this happened, I have no idea. Really, really frustrating. Don't know how it happened. I'm really, really...